In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my free cloud study and accountability group called Kumo. But before we get into that, as you guys know, a verse. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Proverbs 27:17. Now, this is one of my favorite verses. It speaks to me so much, and I feel like this is just a part of my character and something that I stand for even before I gave my life to Christ. And the verse says, "Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another." So, what does this verse mean? Iron sharpening iron. So, I want you guys to imagine a sword, right? And the way a sword gets molded and sharpened and to its fullest potential is with a stone hammer hammering it down, right? Another very heavy but intentional object chipping away at this sword to make it its full potential. And that's how we should look at our community. That's how we should look at our support system. The people who you have around you matter so much, and it really determines where you go in life, I believe. So, that being said, let's talk a little bit about the community I started called Kumo. Now, Kumo is not an English word. You guys might be wondering why the word Kumo, right? Kumo actually means cloud in Japanese. And for those of you who know, I'm half Japanese. I can speak Japanese fluently. So I wanted to kind of incorporate some sort of Japanese essence to the things that I want to build, right? And I picked Kumo because it's short, memorizable, and is actually intentional, right? And it is basically a study and accountability group. So at the moment, I'm not teaching anything in that group. Maybe one day I will if I have the time. But right now, with work and school and certifications and projects, and then now like branding myself through YouTube and LinkedIn, I just don't have the time to invest into teaching other people, especially because I feel like I'm so early in my career that I have so much that I want to learn and that I want to walk through and I want to seek coaching and mentorship for. So this group is going to be used to motivate each other, to show each other what we're building, what we're studying, what we're investing our time into. And it is mainly going to be for people who are interested in cloud. So that can be cloud administration, cloud engineering, cloud security, cloud, even sales. So solutions architecture, sales engineering, more the technical side of sales, obviously. But for anybody who's interested in learning cloud, or maybe they're already learning it, but they just want to be around other people who are motivated and disciplined to also learn cloud, I think this is a great place. And we just started it, or I just started it, and we have about 10 members in it so far, and we're looking to grow it. Obviously, if you're intentional about being and selecting the people that you want to be around, I think this is a great place. And that kind of segues into why I started Kumo. I think that a couple years ago, cybersecurity really blew up, and it's still a very important field, and it's only going to get bigger. The demand for cybersecurity professionals is only going to grow. But with AI, with technology really being so ever changing, I feel like cloud and AI is going to be the next big niche inside cybersecurity that needs to be protected well. And that was a big motivator for me starting this group, because I'm starting to kind of select the path that I want to go down in cybersecurity. I picked cloud. And as I was starting to study these things, it's honestly, it's so different from just regular cybersecurity, because you have so many, I guess not like completely different, but you have so many new components that as a regular security analyst, you don't see, right? You don't ever touch. I'm not saying that, cloud is the end all be all, right? I think that there is going to be need for physical on-site security measures in the future, but a lot of companies are moving towards the cloud. And just kind of being smart and seeing that, 10 years from now, I ask myself, like, in 10 years, is cloud going to be bigger or smaller than it is now? And it's obviously going to be bigger. So I think that this is a good skill for people to learn if you want to niche in cybersecurity. Some people, they want to remain generalists. Even in IT, like some people, they want to do sysadmin work forever and just have their hands and wear a lot of hats. I personally believe being some sort of specialist, some sort of expert in a niche is going to take you further than just being a generalist. So I saw like how intensive some of the stuff was in cloud, and I just thought, man, this would be so cool to study with some of my friends or some of the people that are just as disciplined as me, who can keep me accountable, who can, get me to that next level with them, right? So now I want to talk about the third thing, which is what you gain from joining this community. Again, this community just started like last week, so it's super small. I think we're at 10 members right now. We're currently, again, like we're not teaching anything in this community. This is not a community that you join with, and expect to have your hand held through A to Z of getting cloud knowledge or a cloud job. But this is a place where you can really be, sharpened by one another, right? Just like that verse that we talked about, that you're going to be around people who are intentional about learning cloud and studying cloud and building projects with cloud. And sometimes that's all we need, right? We shouldn't live purely off of motivation, but sometimes just seeing somebody in a very similar situation as you, be able to, be efficient with their time, be intentional about how they're studying, be intentional about how they're finding jobs or how they're marketing and selling themselves. That could be a motivator. That could be a catalyst for you to do something similar, right? And that's, I think, the biggest thing that you can gain. I think the second biggest thing is networking, finding those people who knows, like might be a future connection or future referral that gets you in a company in the future, right? Like you never know the opportunities that are going to come from joining something like this. And the last thing I want to say is you really get exactly what you sow, right? If you sow and your intention of joining this group is just to sit behind the scenes and observe everything that's going on, well, you're not really going to feel like you gained a lot, right? But if you join this group and you're intentional about meeting everybody in this group, sharing what you're working on, sharing the direction that you're going towards and you're moving in, I think that it can really make and plant some good seeds that you can use for the rest of your life, whether that be in cloud or even in your personal life, right? Because I do think that there is a form of the way you do one thing is the way you do everything, right? And I think that if you are around people who are intentional about studying, intentional about leveling up in their career, they're probably pretty intentional people when it comes to other stuff in their life, right? And those are the types of friends that you want. Those are the types of people that you want in your corner. So if you're interested in joining, there's going to be a link down below. It's free, and I would love to see you guys in there. God bless.